My name is Paulette Alvarez, and I am 20 years old.
What is your Latina identity or your Latinidad?
Mexican.
Do you feel connected to your Latinidad? Do you feel Latina enough?
Yes. Well, I grew up there. I lived my whole life there in Mexico, in Europa, Michoacan, Mexico. And I think, well, it's something inevitable, like growing up there, not to feel like you belong because it's like your culture and it's like everything you're surrounded with. I think it was more of a shock to like come to the United States and like find out that there's terms like there's no Latina enough and there's like like all these things for like the different types of situations. But
Yeah.
yeah, I do feel Latina enough.
What was your favorite piece of media as a child and why? Like movies, TV shows, books, etc.
I love Disney Channel. I grew up watching all like the High School Musical, like all the princesses. And I just love it because like, well, my mom, she like, it was everything that she kind of allowed us to watch. Um, but it was like, I feel like Mexico was really influenced by like the programs or everything that was in trend in like the United States. So like Disney Channel, it's the something.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was the channel call. Um, but definitely like just the princesses and like Hannah Montana and all of that.
Did you feel seen in that media? Like, did you feel represented or related to in any of it?
Mm, not really. Like as a as a Latina, I wouldn't say not really, because like well, Disney Channel and the princesses like they really don't have anyone that looked like me or like spoke like me or like um even though like I watched them in Spanish growing up, I thought that they actually were like filmed in Spanish, but like now I like when I grew up, I'm like, okay, now I know that they were actually original in English,
Mm-hmm.
and they just translated them. Um, but I will say I also grew up with a lot of telenovelas, which um, that also I feel like there I did saw my representation and like I felt that it was more of a shock to come here and see that there's really not a lot for like the Latino community here.
Yeah. Did you notice any of these feelings when you were a kid, or did you see them as you got more mature and older?
More mature and older for sure, because when I was a kid, I didn't care. Like, I was like, yes, I'm gonna be a princess and everything. But I think as we're growing up, like, and you start getting more into society, like, you just start to find out, like, what are the stereotypes, where it's like, what is everything that everyone is ruled by, and like, what is it, something that, like, like just impact more on like the way that you see yourself and the way that others see yourself and how this also impacts on like the type of friends that you make and everything.
Yeah. Do you think that any of that has had a lasting impact on you, like your self-worth or sense of belonging?
For sure, when I was for sure before like starting USC, no, not really because I did some opportunity and I like did see myself, but since I got here and since I'm planning to like do a career in acting here in LA and everything, it is like really consuming like being like where are the people that look like me or like where are the people that speak like me and like how many opportunities do we really have? Because it's like like it's not a lie that like I was just watching, for example, Wuthering Heights, and I was thinking like, oh my God, Margot Robbie, like she looks amazing, and like, but this movie is made because it's Margot Robbie and like Jacob Elordi, and like because girls that go see that like see Margot Robbie and everyone's like, of course I want to look like her, but like really, how many opportunities like people with like different bodies have, and like would Wuthering Heights have the same impact if it wasn't Margot Robbie who was on the screen, and like what if it was like I don't know someone from like Mexico and then like it was a little bit too more short and like their body was a little bit like bigger, like would they have the same impact and people would like feel that it's as sexy as like go and see Margot Robbie.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I do feel like it has like a lot of impact, like and like not feeling like you have a place or like not enough representation is being made on this media.
What do you wish your younger self could have seen in her media?
Oh, there was a Mexican version of that called Rebelde. And low key, I feel like that was our high school musical. Not gonna lie, and I loved Rebelde, and so I do feel like maybe not for my little self, because honestly, I feel like growing up watching what I watched, and growing up like seeing everything I saw, and like all of this like Disney, and like Dream Big, and like everything, like it's part of like who I am now, and like what my mom like make me believe about myself.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I do think that now that I'm like planning to do a living here in the US, it's more like I will love my kids growing up with like like some representation, and like even myself like at this age, like just seeing more women like look like me and speak like me on the screen.
Yeah. And then kind of more specific, if you could change one piece of media from your childhood to gift to your younger self so that she could see like you in it, like you were saying, what would it be and why?
Oh my god, you know what I just watched? She's the Man.
Oh.
And I'm like, this wouldn't be amazing if it was like Mexican. Like if she was like let's say we leave Channing Tatum as he is. Because why not? But what if like she was like Mexican, and like she had it was in Spanish, and like I just would have loved that. Like I would love to see like all these like 2000 movies with like where the protagonist, instead of being like from here, like that is also like Mexico or like Argentina, and like I don't know, it would have been so cool. It would have been more like I feel you.